What's up, guys? So in this video, what I want to go ahead and just kind of do is give you like a state of the union of side hustles, okay? Or online courses, business opportunities, gurus, self-development, personal development, all that crap, okay? And I've waited a little bit to do a video like this for a number of reasons, probably just because of my own past ties to an industry like this. There's too much like hustle culture being spread to the point that I personally believe is toxic. Now, I'm all for hard work, okay? I know that you have to put in time. I know sometimes you have to make short-term sacrifices for long-term gain. Totally understand that. What I don't like though is when it's constantly peddled by these gurus who only do it because it benefits their bottom line. And not just gurus, but also just, hell, even corporate America as a whole, just business as a whole. You could probably get into like a capitalistic tangent of late stage capitalism and all that very easily, but people are kind of forgetting the reason why they're trying to do side hustles in the first place, to the point that they become a workaholic. They forget about the time for their family that they're wanting to spend. They forget about the things that they're wanting to buy back, like time freedom, maybe even location freedom, working from wherever, whenever. And the reason why they forget about it is because as soon as you dive into hustle culture, as soon as you dive into your favorite guru, what you're going to do is just start consuming their content 24/7. And when you start consuming that content 24/7, you don't realize it at first because it's a slow fade, but you get into this mindset, this mentality that you're the only one that sees things this way, and that everybody else, just like, they're just too lazy, they don't understand it, they don't get you, things like that. And then the gurus, or these hustle culture guys, they add fuel to that bad fire, which is, oh, like, yeah, if you're going to break generational curses in your family, like, of course they're not going to like you. Oh, like, the path that you're on, of course they're not going to understand the path that you're on. And all that's going to do, guys, is get you to a point where you don't have anybody. You're so focused on working and grinding, thinking that there's this light at the end of the rainbow, which there isn't. What really sucks is when you look at a lot of these programs, like I have, if you guys have seen this channel or the old channel that I had before it got taken down, you'll know that I know a lot about these guru types. Some of these gurus I've met, some of them I know personally, and at one point or another, I think two situations occur. It's either at one point that guru was actually a good person, which I would like to believe. I really would. But the other side of that is they were just hiding as long as they needed to hide their true self, that is, to just peddle the narrative of hustle culture that ultimately benefits them. If you have people who believe that working hard gets them wealth, then you're going to have people run that hamster wheel like crazy. The truth is, a lot of these guys, whether it's affiliate marketing, drop shipping, digital marketing, things like that, the way that a lot of these guys got rich was actually just building the program, selling a program. And not all programs are bad. I think there are some programs that are really beneficial. I've learned from some programs that are beneficial. I'll talk about that here at the end. But a lot of these people haven't actually had success in what they're teaching, or it was very short-lived to the point where they cling on to that little bit of success that they had that was maybe like a 6-month stint, and then they say that they're experts in it, even though they were never able to replicate that same success and that same business model over again. But they sell a course for $9.97, and for that small price you can have all their tips and tricks and all the shortcuts, right? Truth is, there's no shortcuts in anything. There's a way to work, smarter, not harder, but all these gurus teach outdated methods that just have you grind with no light at the end of the tunnel. And I know this is like a really downer, kind of depressing video, but I'm making it because I'm tired of seeing people sacrifice their time now for something that is like trying to chase a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Like it doesn't exist. And I use that analogy for another reason, which is when you get into these different programs, you really believe in what they're what they're teaching. You believe you can achieve it. But the longer that you're in it, because believe me, I've been in several programs, the longer that you're in it, you actually realize that it's fake. It just like it fades away. It was never real in the first place. It was only real in your head. It's only real in the guru's head. All the guru's doing is just selling hope. Not to get like biblical on anybody, but look up the biblical definition of swindler, okay? And that's really what a lot of these gurus are, because they won't really offer you refunds. They talk all this love and support on the front end of their marketing, talking about how much they're going to be there for you and all this stuff. But then you get into the program, they often aren't even coaching it anymore because it's a couple years old. The marketing just works, so they never changed it, right? Don't fix what isn't broken. I get it. But the gurus aren't often the teachers anymore. They're often on vacation, and you're left alone holding, some videos that are 2 or 3 years old, outdated, not even really working anymore. And it's just not realistic. But people are burning themselves out. They think because of those gurus, they think that they're like special and different from everybody else. But that's just all a part of the grift. And I'm tired of seeing people go through it. Plus real jobs aren't even all that bad in the grand scheme of things. Like if you're lucky enough to have just a 40-hour work week job that's consistent, especially in this economy during the recession, which I know some people say we're not going through a recession, but we absolutely are. Like there's just no other way around it. But that said, like an actual side hustle is something that should just take 1 to 2 hours a day, legitimately 1 to 2 hours a day, that you don't have to touch 24/7. Like you wouldn't even necessarily have to touch it every single day of the week. I know I haven't personally. And what I'm kind of referring to is this business model. So about 5 years ago, my dad and we built this website here. This is what's called a lead generation website. So basically what we did was we built it out, wrote content for it, and got it to rank in Google like this. So type in Noblesville Tree Services. Our website right here has been number 1 for nearly 5 years. It took 6 to 8 weeks for it to get there, and it's been there ever since. And back then, I hand wrote this content. I hand wrote it. Today I use ChatGPT, so I get through the content part even faster. My dad builds the websites out on Hostinger because he just has a web development background, and we can put these sites up super fast. We've actually put a full site up in 24 hours. And the cool part about that is once it's up and it's published, then Google takes over from the passive standpoint and ranks it over the course of time. So then it's like you build up 5 to 10 of these things. You're sitting pretty cushy, like you're not rich, but you have a rainy day fund, which I think everybody could use right about now. So if you guys want to learn more about it, go ahead and check out this page right here. You're not going to see any ads for it anywhere because it's not really promoted anywhere. But go ahead, I have a link for it down in the description below, and you'll learn how to do exactly what I have, including the whole ChatGPT thing and all that. So if you guys found this video helpful, if you have any questions, if you want to just start a conversation about people hustling too much to the point where they're just being burnt out and lied to, which is extremely damaging over time, please, I would love to have that conversation in the comments below. But yeah, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.